Hello YouTube. It's been a while since I've done any modifications to my Ram 3500. Although I did just add these fender flares. I didn't do a video on those because there's plenty of them out there. It's going to replace the old bumper, which has a couple dents and dings in it. And also I don't like chrome. So I think got the ranch hand bumper on the front with the Go Rhino bumper on the back. And we're going to go ahead and get started, get this thing unboxed. Hopefully there's no shipping damage. And before I get a bunch of questions on what's the part number and where I got it, I ordered this from carid.com. They had the best price. The guy I talked to on the phone was awesome, and they gave me a 10% discount for being military. They also do it for first responders. So definitely a company that I go back to. I actually got my ranch hand bumper from them. And again, they had the best price, free shipping, which is always awesome because this monster weighs about 130 pounds. Like I said, just an overview of the box. Doesn't look too damaged. You know, I know the UPS guys do their best to try to not tear stuff up, but sometimes, you know, it just happens. Hopefully the insides will be good. So this is what it looks like so far. Go Rhino definitely seems to have done a great job packing it up. And get all this stuff off here. Alright, first thing I got to do is take the old bumper off. There's a pretty good set of instructions on how to do that. It's got a tools list on here. I'm going to just get the tools they suggest. Alright, first thing the directions say to do: disconnect the vehicle batteries, disconnect the wiring harness for the trailer plug, disconnect the license plate lights. Alright, well this is the underside of my bumper, and I've got a lot of little extra lights and harnesses up here, but the bolts, I apologize for this, but the bolts you're going to take out are right here. There's two here, and I actually have two more over there. So I'm going to take all those out. The harnesses and stuff are pretty easy to get to. It'd probably be a little easier if you took the spare tire out, put it out of the way. I'm going to get the rest of these bolts out and go ahead and take the old bumper off. Alright, these are the last two bolts you got to take out on the bumper. And this is where it would be nice to have a second person. But I don't have a second person. And this is also going to be where the wiring for this and my switch are still connected until I can get it away from the bumper. I'm just going to cut those wires. Cutters on standby. It's off. Alright, the wiring harness that got stuck is actually the one I've got for my bed plug. Unhook that one. Now she's away and free. So there you go. That's the bumper removed. Alright, first thing we do is took the 7-way plug out. And then the next thing we're going to do is take the actual sensors out. It's all in a couple videos and instructions that you have to I just cut the harness apart, not the wires, but the harness, just to get them to reach. We'll jump that hurdle when we get to it. Next thing we're going to do is take these sensor mounts out and just push on both sides with clips, and they should pop right out. And we're going to do that next, and that way the old bumper will be done. Alright, finally got the bumper out of all the packaging over there, and I will have to tell you that one of two things. I read a lot of reviews about the bumper, and several of them were pretty negative about how it was packaged cheaply and it came damaged, and it wasn't worth it. Well, I can tell you that this thing is immaculate. It's very, very well packed. There's not a scratch on this thing. I am missing one screw for the plates where the lights go, which I bought the extra backup lights I'm going to put in there. But it's probably in the box somewhere. Just hadn't found it yet. Alright, here's an update so far. We got the parking sensors in. I will agree with several of the comments I've read on this bumper that it's not the greatest way to install them. If you look, they want you to double side tape a plate down to the bumper, which I'm sure would be okay. I would prefer it actually to be in the metal. It's kind of odd that they would cut the holes out too big if they know what make and model the bumper's going on to use the plates. I would prefer just to have them drill the holes out the size of the sensors and then just pop the sensors in. But maybe there's a difference in years or something, and to make these in a machine, then it'd be easier to just do the plates. I did a little something different on the ends. I used the caps that cover the holes. As you can see, that's a hole without a cap. That's a hole with a cap. And then I drilled the 1-inch hole through the cap, and then used a utility knife to make it a little bit bigger to pop the sensors in. I'll show you those after I get them installed. The other thing you have to do is you have to kind of take the wiring harness apart, which not a whole lot they could have done on that. It's just the way it works. And then, like I said, I've got these are extra optional plates. You want to install the flush mount LEDs. I'm going to use those for backup lights, kind of like I had that center light on mine. So yeah, like I said, the sensors, they could have done a better job on those. And then finally, the 7-way plug is on the left side of the truck now, not on the right. So you have to flip it over. Again, I don't know why you would do that when you could obviously put it back in the original location. But I don't know. But it's not a deal breaker. Like I said, for everything so far, it's going good. And we're going to finish this up. I'm going to finish up some of my wiring so I can do my wiring for the backup lights and license plate lights and things. Alright, this is the part where we put the brackets on. I kind of just loosely fit that one up there for the time being. I'll actually install this one. Basically, you're going to take the bracket, which was already on there, bolts, the new bracket, line everything up. Again, this is where a second person would be helpful. Just use the knee. Brackets up. doing it finger tight. Then you got the hardware that they supplied. Alright, so that's that. Next we'll be actually putting a bumper on, but I'm going to finish my lights. Another trick, saw online, sounded like a good idea. Use some painter's tape from the dollar store. Wrap that with painter's tape. That way when you stick the new bumper on there, you won't scratch it all up and bust off the powder coating. So we'll get that ready, get that done. Alright, a couple other complaints I'd read about the light brackets were, one, sorry about that, they had some kind of serial number, part number stamped in them, date code, I don't know, and that the holes didn't line up. Well, as you can see, my holes, they lined up perfectly. However, the engineer that thought it was a good idea to put those bolts back behind that lip probably should be slapped. They are the hardest bolts so far to get in, especially this lower left corner. But overall, it probably took me 15 minutes to get those stupid bolts in. So, but as far as the complaint about them not lining up and all that, mine lined up fine. Not a lot of fun getting them in, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to go do the other side now, and then flip it around so you can see what I'm talking about with the lip. Kind of see it right there. Alright, now this is going to be the fun part. Again, if you had a second person, it would be ideal. As you can see, I take the ends there, and hopefully this will go on easy. Alright, so we got it fitted on, got all the bolts in, and then actually a pretty clever way to do the license plates was use the lights that they used as the license plate holder. Pretty straightforward. The sensors were a pain, but we're just going to snug everything up. Alright, so here's the completed installation. Waited till it got a little dark so you can actually see the lights. I moved my on-off switch for the lights, manually operate them. Right there. There's that, turns them on. I can hook up the boat. Very bright. And you can see the license plate lights, they're illuminated. I just tapped into the tail lights instead of cutting the plugs off of the original license plate lights. If I could not cut a plug off, I'd prefer to not cut a plug off. So that works. That way I just tapped it into the 7-way. And then finally, got them tapped into my reverse lights. That way when I back up, those will automatically come on. And everything looks good. Great fit. Tailgate opens without hitting the... And here are the sensors that I just drilled into the rubber grommet piece, and then added the sensor mount and then the sensors into, which they work fine. Everything seems to work great. So that's pretty much it for the bumper install. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.